Alright, guys, I'm here with vVv Robo Gunner. How's it going tonight?
It's going pretty well.
That's good, that's good. About how long have you been in vVv?
I was accepted onto the team at the end of July.
That's always good. And how's your time been?
Time's been pretty well at the beginning. It was pretty good. Then a little rocky start in the middle, and towards now going pretty well.
That's good, that's good. You're a like part of the Aspire Rising team. Um, why did you want to join the team?
I wanted to join the team because I wanted to be a part of something more. Because like when I first joined VVV, it was that was when the first Aspire just filled up, and like they were looking for more Zerg players, not Protoss players at the time. Um, now we have too many Zerg players, but uh, like the thing was is that like a lot of my friends that they were like the reason why I kind of joined VVV because like the people I knew, they were on Aspire, and so I kind of wanted to hang out with them and play with them and everything. But the problem is like they were really busy with like Aspire practice and everything, and then like they wanted to ladder so that they could improve because they were like the platinums and everything, while everyone else was like diamond and master. So they wanted to get up there and not be the bottom of the rung. And so I kind of felt left out for a little bit. And then I kind of started to do some more stuff instead of like trying to like play games with other people. I started doing like more administration stuff, like starting to host tournaments and everything, and try to do stuff like that, post on forums, and it worked out pretty well for a little bit. And but then like some people didn't show up for the tournaments, and like a lot of people that were in the Aspire, for one team, like they were all like in the tournament, and then we kind of figure out that that night they had a team league game that they had to do, so like the tournament had to be canceled. So it just kind of a rough patch. And then and that's when I started the forum post of since Aspire one is full and people still want to be on Aspire, let's start another Aspire team. And I was going to volunteer to be captain for that, but the issue was that with college and wrestling, I couldn't put my full effort into being captain. I couldn't cover all the responsibilities fully without losing track of one thing or another. So with that, I knew I couldn't commit myself because I didn't want to do a half-assed job just because of commitment issues. And I knew that like I could do all the playing and everything, but like the extra stuff that a captain has to do, I couldn't really do.
Hmm. Definitely. Now, how are you liking your time on the team so far?
Time on the team has been a blast. You got some very interesting people. They're all diverse and everything, and you got some really funny guys, and you got some pretty serious guys here and there, and uh, it makes a good mix. And you got some people that remind you of other players, and it's pretty funny when you first hear them talk and stuff, and um, it's been quite enjoyable. They're all helpful and everything. And there is being like the only Protoss, there is an issue with like you know kind of hard to defend yourself against
Right.
people saying your race is OP and everything, and it's just like you kind of get annoyed after a while because you're the only one that's gonna say anything back, while everyone else is like, yeah, I guess, and then someone mentions infestors, and then like all hell breaks loose basically. So.
Yep, yep. Now, you said you are the only Protoss on the team. Why did you choose that race?
Um, at the beginning when I like first played RTS games, I played some weird RTS games. I can't really remember, like Age of Empires maybe. But like when I first got like Brood War and stuff, and I got it because like when I was like really really little, when I was like in first grade or something, I played it at a friend's house. Then a couple years later, it was still going on pretty big, and so I got it. I bought it, but the thing is, I didn't have internet, so I didn't know what like all the online play was about. So I played the campaign and everything, and I found the Pro S campaign to be the most interesting to me, and I thought it was kind of the most fun, and I liked the units. And then when StarCraft 2 came out, I still really didn't have internet too long. And so I didn't get the game until I had okay internet. It wasn't really reliable, but once I did that and I caught and I what I did is I played like all the warm up matches that you have, like you have like that those 40 or 50 warm up matches, and I played some of those because I wanted to get good so I can get get placed in a good league, and I was watching all these uh, YouTube videos and everything. And one of the main ones I was watching was Husky StarCraft. And the thing was that he was a Pro Toss player himself, and so whenever he casted like a Pro Toss game, he would give like little hints and infos on the you should do this and that. And so it kind of made me lean more towards Pro Toss just because it was part of my personality and more like that was what I was exposed to more. And that's kind of how I chose my the race.
Seriously, definitely. Now, you said you didn't have internet until recent years. But did you ever make it to go play or just watch any land tournaments?
Um, I wanted to and everything, but the thing was that like, being in high school and everything, it was kind of hard to do because the closest one would have been like MLG Columbus, which is still like a 6 hour drive, if not farther, from where I used to live. And my parents weren't really supportive of like video like they didn't like my dad didn't really care if I played video games as long as it really didn't affect like school and everything. My mom kind of despised video games. She was more of like you should play outside and climb trees and break an arm kind of thing. So I didn't intend any. I wanted to, but like the issue of cost and time and parents not being super supportive of it kind of factored in.
Yeah, that's always the hard part. Now, with every team, they always have their set practices, their set times, days, how they do it. And even though the team's only really been going for a like week or so now, what are your thoughts on the actual training setup for the team?
I think it's all right. I don't know exactly how it's going to be, just like because we only had one real practice so far. So the the basis of it of the actual practice is still kind of shaky and still can be formed and everything. But the issue is like I could say that it should be this, this, and this, but my bias is kind of um leaning towards something that other players probably don't agree with because the fact is that I don't have like there's no other Pro Toss players right now except for one applicant right now who's going to come to practice next tomorrow I guess. Um and so there's no other Pro Toss players, there's no other coach, and there's no Pro Toss coach, and so I have to go with the Terran players because macro and mechanic wise they're more like Protoss and Zerg is because Zerg you have to either decide between droning and making units, and just mechanically they're really different. And so I have to go with the Terran players. And so basically, it's if they're gonna work on anything, it's gonna have to either be more broad that affects mechanics like I could do it, but if they have to actually do a build or anything, I feel like I would be left out. So personally, I don't know. It just waits to see what happens with the actual practice.
Definitely, yeah. Now, every player will train on their own. You know, they'll ladder, they'll do some like customs with friends. Is there anything you do to actually make that time spent worth it?
Um, what I do is I generally go on like Team Liquid and I go on certain forums and everything, and I try to look up builds and everything that to expand my playstyle because when I actually look up on it, my playstyle and my actual builds are very narrow. Like I know the general idea, but I don't actually know how like to do the actual build and actually how to do it because of course when you get to Diamond and Masters League, you have to have the actual timings down because you can't be like, well, I have to have these buildings and this, and I should just go for this. Well, you have to have it at a certain time, otherwise it doesn't work. Like, the Immortal Sunshine one doesn't work if you hit at like 13 minutes. It's kind of useless then because then
Yeah,
there's no point.
definitely. Now, with builds, do you follow them literally step by step, or do you try to like twist them, make them your to to your own play style?
Um, what I try to do is I try to get the actual build down so I can actually like learn how to play it. And then what I do is I'll try to start experimenting with like if I do this at this time and I do this at this time. Like you might like want to cut like an extra gate in this chrono boost a couple more times and you have the same stuff and but you'll be saving 150 minerals. But in general it's more of once I got the actual build down and then I'll just start flowing with my playstyle and see if I can just do tweaks here and there or like just see if I can do it naturally. And sometimes like especially like some builds I do like there's naturally like I just don't follow like an actual time. I just say, well, I kind of feels right to do this and do this at this time. And so I don't actually follow like a strict build order after I've learned the general concept of it.
Definitely. Now, you said that suggested the like second team. Now, with the first team being up for a lot longer than like we have, and they're going to be team fights with us. Does that intimidate you that they've been there longer?
Um, Not really, because like I said, when I joined vVv, I joined because of friends that joined, and they were the same league as me at the time I joined, and I've actually progressed faster than they did. And I'm actually farther than they are. And the thing was is that like I kind of saw it as like the one friend that I still on the team and everything. He plays a lot. Like he streams every day and he plays a lot. Talking about Sanchen, he plays a lot and he's been in the program for a long time. But the thing was is that like for and the thing is I was always one league above him. And if he was like in the same league as me, I was at the high end and he was at the bottom end, and I would get promoted pretty soon after he got promoted. And I didn't have any coaching at all. Now as a team, I don't know as well as if everyone's going to compete as well as that because again only having one practice it kind of seems like they we could fall under peer pressure or anything or people could rise to the occasion, but like I also know that like some players are either off doing school stuff or they're not practicing as much because when I did get internet that I could play on I did play a lot. The thing was, I always try to look out for Aspire people that were playing and see if I could just, hit them up and talk to them and everything. Because, I wanted to talk to people because, like I said, it was kind of getting lonely by yourself just having the V's in your name and not doing anything with the team. And the thing is, I noticed that a lot of the players weren't on all the time. So it's just, I feel that if people do the practice that they're supposed to in the next couple of weeks, I feel that practice-wise, the quality of the team will be about the same.
Definitely. Now, that's everything I like had to ask. For just people who watch this, is there anything you want them to know know about you? Like just to tell them who you are, what you like to do, all that kind of stuff.
Well, I'm in college right now. I'm a freshman, college wrestler. So, um, you know, I'm an athlete, I guess, very athletic. Do practice and stuff. Um, I do read a lot. Not always Team Liquid stuff. It's just I read books and stuff. I read manga. Watch anime. I'm just, I guess, just a normal teenager, I guess, or not teenager, college person, I guess. So.
Sounds good. Is there and anyone you would like to thank for helping you get to where you are now?
Um, Yeah, I would like to thank Santran and Ambush, who was on the team but then joined the military. They're the ones that kind of got me interested in VVV, and they've been here for most of the time. Ambush left like 2 months ago, maybe. But I like to thank them just because they've been with me the entire time and they always hang out and like that was they were the ones that like kind of reached out to me during my application process and everything and so like and that's why like I try to talk to people if they're online if they're trying to apply like I try to talk to them try to invite to team games and everything just because like you gotta feel welcome because that's what you're going to be doing is you're going to be constantly talking to everyone on the team and everything. And when someone else is applying, you're going to be talking to them just because the point of VVV is to be a community and to be a family that, and enjoy the love of video games. It's not more of so professional like that we're just gonna focus on gaming and if you're not good enough you can't play or anything. It's more of like you come in and it's a part of the family and enjoy the company of everyone else.
Definitely. Well, I hope everyone who like watches this follow those same thoughts. And I would like to thank you for your time,
No
for
problem.
letting me talk to you, and also to anybody who views this. If you have not clicked it, click subscribe, and follow me on Twitch at vVv Fluffy, and also on Twitter at vVv Fluffy. Thank you, and have a good night.